I'm just really looking for this 180. Oh my god. We're done. Nothing wrong with this Drake nest at all. There can't be anything better than a 180, surely. 170, 175, 180, 185. Do I hear a 190? Welcome back to more ARK Fjordur. Today we're going to be looking and getting a rock drake. For those who don't know, the area to which you will find it is in the ARK biome in the aberration area. And for those who want to know exactly where to look, I happen to have a GPS for once. So you want to go to latitude 41.3, longitude 49.5. And you'll find this area right here. It'll be right by the water. This is pretty much where I tamed up the shadow mains, or rather where you can find the shadow mains. So this whole area is near the waterfall. You just come right over here, and this is a cave. Now, the reason why I'm using a shadow main for this is for one ability, which is, I would say, or at least, let me get them up real quick. I would say this is one of the best abilities to have, and that is, we can go absolutely invisible, where, in theory, we should not be detected by any of the rock drakes, because they too, similar to the the shadow main, can become invisible and undetectable, but they will definitely be aggressive and aggro towards you if you get too close. So, with that being said, the way to find an eggs, similar to a wyvern nest and the magmasaur egg nest, you find their eggs in their nest, you grab it, you incubate it, you hatch it, you let it grow up and mature, and then you have your very own rock drake. It is not a knockout tame where you just knock out the one that you find. It don't work that way, which honestly makes life a lot easier because it's just less stressful, and it saves a lot of time doing it this way. So here we are inside the cave. It's very beautiful, a lot of bioluminescence. I would not recommend running in, although it probably is a while till I'll get to the cave where the actual rock drakes will be, mainly because at any moment, which we'll probably see soon enough, we'll see, similar to the outline on the shadow main, we'll see that on the walls, and that'll be the rock drakes. And oh, no. I forgot. There's radiation. Are you serious? Oh, that is not good. Oh, no. I need a radiation setup? Are you serious? Radio... No. I think it should be in... Where is it? Wait, was it even... First and foremost, I know I have the jacket. What's it called? Hazard suit, right? So it should be, yeah, it should be here. Oh dear, it's not good. I did not realize this. I need a few things. I need blue gems and congealed gas. I know where to get the gas, so that's not an issue. I got that. So I just need all of these. So the recipe is blue gems, which are easy to find. I'm literally in the aberration zone, so they're going to be almost everywhere. Congealed gas balls, I just got to get it from the volcano island in Midgard, convert them, and then that's where I'll get the gas balls from. Then all the other stuff I have at base. So since there's really no way around it before dying, I guess I have to get all this, and I'll be right back. And hopefully, yeah, let me just get out of here because this is not going to work without it. So I'll be right back, and we'll get things going in just a moment. All right, we are all set, ready to go on this adventure. All the radiation is fully on. Hats, torso, which we had before, gloves, pants, and the boots. So let's, without further ado, what does it say? Full hazard protection. Awesome. So we should not have a single issue going into this. So now what I could do, although I do want to be stealthy about it at the beginning, I could very well probably get away with just killing, depending on the level, obviously, just kill all the rock drakes so I don't have to worry about anything. Because the one beauty of a rock drake is that they will be aggroed to you and land on the floor rather than fly around you or everything like a wyvern. So it makes life a lot easier when you don't have to deal with that issue. We should be approaching the radiation. Oh, we're in the radiation zone. But we are fully protected, right? We are not losing any ounce of health. Perfect. We're not getting any radiation poisoning either. So we should be good to go soon enough. Let me just get invisible. Wait. Are you taking damage? Or am I taking damage? No, it's showing that I'm losing 1 HP though, but I'm not losing anything. Or maybe it's because I should be, but I mean, I'm not losing anything, so I'm gonna just say we're all good on that front. Alright, let's look in here. Wow, it is quite bright now. Is this even the cave I was supposed to go in? Nope, this is the cave. I thought, nope, that wasn't the rock drake I just saw. Oh, no, there's one. There is one. Alright, let's gamma up, or rather down. Alright, so let's see. What level are you? So that is a level 90 rock drake. So that is interesting. Honestly, this might just be a whole lot easier because this is a pretty big area. Just let them come and attack me. I actually don't want to risk it because of the mere fact... Ooh, there's an egg right there. Can I see the level from this? I don't know if that's a thing. No. So the thing is, right? I could have it draw to me, kill it, attack it. I won't have an issue with that. But if it breaks my armor, that will be a problem because then I will be dying very, very quickly. And I do not want to do that. But I could be off my mount, let him fight, kill all the rock drakes that will come here once I claim this egg. And then we should be good to go. Are you coming for me? No, not yet, but in just a moment, you all will be. Can I get up there? Thank you. Let's see, what level are you? 25. Not even gonna give it. Actually, I'd only want to take it just to pull them. No, it'll be easier just to do it later on. Alright, let's go back into prone. Let's look for some more. So we know what to look for. That bright pink egg. Can't miss it in this area at all. Or at least I hope not. Yeah, I really don't know. I literally would just be going all in. You know what? Let's get a Hydro buff because that will help out this fight. And let's just see if they do damage the armor. Because this is a low grade tier. This is like primitive. So nothing special here. Hopefully it won't. So yeah, we can get really close and it won't. Alright, let's just kill you. This shouldn't take any damage on me, right? Alright, so we actually don't get any damage, right? The armor is... Yeah, the armor's good, so I say we're all good. I mean, the only thing draining the armor is the radiation itself. So let's... Oh, you're not even coming at me. Unless I attack you, so that's actually not too bad. 55, so that'll probably be you if I had to take a guess. Or at least that's what I think you'll be. 90, okay, something better than nothing, but we'll just hold on to that. Well, not hold it, but we'll leave that there for the moment. Let's go ahead and kill that Drake over there. I do see you, and you're no longer invisible. There we go, and you're gonna be momentarily dead. 95. Let's see, how about you? I mean, this is a good way to get the idea for levels. You're not dying. Alright, you're 55. Let me gamma up again, because now it's getting dark. We got 2 nests right here. Let's see. So far, the best level I found is a 90. Now it's a 95. What are you? I mean, I think you're like that 50, 55 level, right? Level 100. You know what? I will take you, because why not? What is that? Oh, that's just the lighting. Let's see. What are you? Once... Excuse me? Thank you. You don't have to be that kind, but I do appreciate it. Any chance we'll get anything better than a 170? Probably not, but we are gonna... Oh no, that was just my guy's effect. I hear something. There you are. Let me guess, you're the 170, right? No, you're a 20. Well, that's great. So far, everything is looking absolutely amazing. Let's see, what are you? Can I, please? I mean, this would be easier with a Maywing, but just because this guy is a tank and he's a killer machine, I'm just going to rock him till I get out of here. Where's the egg? 25. Do not care whatsoever. I think that's the way I came in, so we're probably nearing the end of everything. Yeah, that 25 was, I think, the one I started with anyway, so that should be all the spots. I mean, I haven't been here once to confirm if there are any other spots, but I think I checked this, right? I feel like I checked this one. Yeah, that was the 90, so did I just grab it accidentally? No, I didn't. Okay. I'm going to safely say, after one more quick lap, because there is... No, that is not an egg. That is just a thing. I'm going to safely say that there are no more eggs. I feel like I've checked this, so let me just back up and get over there. Can you? All right, just a moment. There we go. Let's see, what are you? And I'm falling. That's not good. 175? Wow, the rate, I don't know what's going on. Not complaining whatsoever. A 170 and a 175? I should definitely play the lottery after this. Like, this is absolutely insane amount of luck I'm getting. Oh, I hear something. I hear something. Get me on, get me on. Where are you? There you are. If I had to take a guess, this one's going to be the 170 and then the 175. So, yeah. I found you. No, that's a 180. So, there's a 180 in here, maybe? I mean, I don't want to get too lost in it for too long, but if there's a 180 here, I think I'm going to spend a little more time and look for it. You know, I probably... How much do these things even weigh? 50? 175, 170. I guess I'm keeping the 100 just because I'm already this far vested in it. This is probably the 25 from the beginning. Yeah, so that's not it. Where could... I'm pretty sure I checked all the spots, though. I mean, there's nothing up here, right? Surely there wouldn't be a nest hidden up there. Could be a thing. I truly don't know. Again, I haven't checked this area whatsoever to know. I grabbed that one from here. I checked this one. I think was like a 90 or the 95. That one, I think as well, was in the 50s. Oh my goodness. If it was a little easier to get on these things, that would be really nice. That's a 90. Don't care. That should probably be a 95 right here. Excuse you. Thank you. 55. Okay. Not gonna take you. Yeah, I'm thinking I would have loved to have a 180, but honestly, I don't even think it's as... Let me see. Is there anything hidden in here? Because this would be a nice little cheeky spot. Nope. Doesn't look it. Let me just go backwards. Apparently, I could only walk it that way. Let me just check this. Even though I think I did like 3 times probably by now. But I'm just really looking for this 180. Oh my god. We're done. We are done. We are A-okay. Everything is perfect. There's literally nothing wrong with this drake nest at all. There can't be anything better than a 180, surely. I don't know what's going on. Did I, like... What is this nest? What are these spawns? Like, look at this. Disregard the 100, right? We just disregard it. 170. 175. 180. 185. Do I hear a 190? Like, surely that is not happening here. I can't. Alright, you know what? We're good. We are so stupid good, like... Ow, stuck. We are absolutely getting stuck on all this stuff. Alright, last time, this is probably, what, 55.90? Alright, we're good. I'm leaving. I am beyond thrilled with the finds of these eggs. There is literally nothing better than what I just got. Like, without a doubt. A 170, 175, 180, and a 185. Like, could you ask for anything more? Plus, I don't even know if they breed, but if they can you imagine the freaking levels I'll be able to get with these things? That's insane right now. Like, genuinely, I don't even understand how I was able to pull this off. Let me see. How bad was the armor damage, comes to think of it? Not too terrible. This, excuse you? Was that really worth it, you think? Probably not if you had to take a second chance at life. But let's grab this thing right here, this rune, and there you go. Alright, let's go back to base and get these things fully grown up and see what kind of things we got to work with. Alright, so we're back at base inside our breeding pen. Now let's see how these eggs are going to perform, or rather what they're going to incubate at. Throw them all in here. Again, for clarification and memory, we got the 100, 175, 170, 175, 180, and 185. Let's get a quick snack, and you know what? Let me take this off because I'm just destroying this thing without even realizing it. My fault. So definitely gonna see if they can breed. I hope they can. That would be amazing. So we got a little bit of time. They're growing a little bit slow. Actually, I could take stats. I could look at the stats. All right, so the 100 is a wait, they are male and female. There's no shot. 185, please be a female 180. Okay, it's a male, unfortunately. Male. No, the breeding pair kind of got lost in there. They're all gonna be males. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Only females the level 100, and I'm not breeding those stats into this. Because look at this. Look how ridiculous this is. 37 health, 28 weight, 29 melee, and 31 stam. Then we just go down a little bit. 28, so 28, let me actually compare. 37 health, 28 health, 29 health, 31, and then the females got like nothing really. And so realistically, all I'm really going to look for probably is going to be the melee. So 29 on the male, the 185, I mean they're all males, but 34 on the 180, okay, 34 on the 175, and 30 on there. So between the 175 and 180, I think I'm going to make my main. 29 health, let's see, 28, 26 weight, 30. So the 180's got the one up on the stam, but the 175's got everything else. So I'm actually thinking, rather than going with the 185 just purely based on the stats, or actually, if I could find a female, the thing is, hear me out. If I can, I think it's possible, I do not know. These eggs could have twins and triplets where one of them could be potentially a female. So if I get a 175 that's a male and then the twin of that is a female, that's going to be the best stats to breed for this purpose. And honestly, comparatively, 34, I might just keep the 175 as my breeding male. And then everything else will just be as is. So let's hash these things one at a time. So this is a 100, I believe. Oh, forgot you got cleaned. I guess we're just going to hatch them all. Like that. Alright, so I think the first one I heard twins, maybe triplets, because I heard it do that the animation sound a couple times. Nothing there. Heard that once. Can I please hatch you? Thank you. Alright, that was once, and that was once as well. So, looks like I'm going to have some single males, and potentially a few different females. Let's see. Rock Drake. Oh my, these Rexes really be putting in the work. All right, so we have triplet females. So, I mean, I could... Do I want to risk the stats? I might actually, for an experimental purpose later on, I might just let these females grow up. At least one of them, mate with one of the higher males. Then see if it kind of balances out where it's like, if I get all the male stats onto the female, then I have my breeding pair right there. So, actually, you know what? Let me actually do that. Let me just let them all grow up, honestly. Let's see. I guess let's just see for coloring right now. We'll just throw you all in the front row right here. Like this. And then each one will get its own little square. Ooh, the 180 looks super clean. Like, that's a lovely coloring. I think that one we killed is his parent, so that would make sense, but still. That cyan blue, incredible coloring. Let's see, what else we got here? Yeah, these are all the females. Honestly, the females got some cool coloring too. That greenish, purple, and whatever. It looks like a jade dragon, so I'm not lying. Oh, you weren't supposed to be there. Excuse you. Don't know why I used that, but let me get the rest of these babies. Are they all getting... No. Did I throw them all down? I think I did. 1, 2, 3. 170, 175, 180, and 185. Alright, so that's all the rock drakes. So let's take a better look at all of these things. Although the lighting is behind us now, but... Alright, this looks pretty cool. Again, the reason for the frame rate dropping is a little bit because that tech farm just killing everything and anything. So it's going to take a while. Let me feed you. There you go, buddy. Alright, so that looks pretty cool with the little blue. Not crazy, but again, nice. This one, absolutely gorgeous. Like, there's no denying that one is a keeper. Even because of the stats, like, what is that? 34 melee. I think the only difference is that this had a better... Either way, I'm probably actually going to keep the 180 as my main. This isn't bad either. It's the darker blue, but again... You can't compete with that one. And then these are the... Oh, no, this is the other male. Nothing special on this. Kind of just like, eh. I mean, it's a cool... Like, it's like the cool green, but with the blue and brown feathers, it just doesn't really work right. Again, with this, at least there's a lighter green, so it kind of helps. Nothing crazy, but still. It's enough to get by, at least. And then these females are basically clones because they are triplets. So let's just make sure they're all fed fully because I don't want to lose any. In case you didn't notice, the Spinos unfortunately are deceased. Or rather, the pair I had died because I was not keeping up on tabs on feeding them. I figured by the time they hit juvenile, they were going to be fully able to eat from the trough. So I didn't have to deal with it. Unfortunately, they still were pretty low on health and they wound up dying and not eating fast enough. So that was that situation. I wound up finding a high-level female, so I'm just looking for a high-level male Spino again. I don't really know if I want or need. I probably don't need it for the boss fight, the Fenrir boss fight, towards the end of the series because I have the Karches, I got the Rexes, I got the Allosaurus. Spinos would just be, like, additional at that point, but maybe even the Rock Drakes will be something of substance. Who knows? Either way, they got a while till they grow up to be lethal. They're only at, like, 2%. This one was the first one, 2.1, so this is definitely going to take a while. I'm going to try to, I guess, imprint on all of these. I think this one is going to be my mating one. That's for sure, because this one did have the best stats. And then we'll just probably do the 175 with these. So we'll probably have some more boss fight creatures later on. I think I'm just going to keep this one as is, honestly. The 180. Because, like, the odds of me getting a better color pattern than this, I don't even think it's going to happen. So, this one, I honestly, come to think of it. No, I don't have a name yet. Let me think of one. If not, if I don't get one by the end of the video, leave your comment and suggestions down because this, there's nothing, I don't even know what to say. This is the best color pattern I think I've ever seen on a Rock Drake. Like, there's nothing better. So I'm going to let them all grow up, and just in a moment, we will see what we got and if we could breed that set pair right there. So I'm still waiting on the rock drakes, but I just want to show you guys, look at these Andrewsarchus as babies. They're just these short little stubby things. Like, they're so adorable, and then they grow into these deadly monstrosities. It's kind of crazy. So again, this is taking a while. We're getting some decent levels. Got a couple of mutations, as you could already see. We got the green one right here. Well, you can't really see it on that, but if I get the lighting right, you can see the hint of the green. So that could be something cool later on. And that's not even fully grown. But then again, just look at this thing. Like, let's just take this in. A minigun turret dinosaur. What else could ARK do, honestly, at this point? Or at least, not maybe ARK, but what more could a modder do? I'm, like, enthralled in what they are able to pull off. Anyway, so this one I'm not keeping because the stats on this are not as good as my other females. So I just wanted to show this off just so we could kind of get a look at this thing. Because, again, look at it. It's, like, such a cute little piggy. Unfortunately, you're going to have to go to the slaughterhouse, but, you know, to life you come, to life you leave. So they're going to do their thing still. Let me check in on the rock drakes. It's been a little bit. I think it's been about maybe a half hour or so. I don't know exactly what. So let's see how much they've grown from the little things they are. Actually, real quick, let me check the trough because that's important. So we don't have anyone die. Got a bunch of berries, getting a bunch of meat, and this one is full of meat. Let me just drop this because I don't care. Perfect. Alright, so everybody is busy doing their thing. And now we can check on the rock drakes. Let's see, they are still juvenile. Wow, they got pretty big compared to me. They're taller than me now. That's crazy. Alright, so you got about a half hour left till you are wanting care. And then you're about a third in, so started like an hour 15 left. Now it's been about 45 minutes, so about another hour and a half, I want to say. I should have these things fully grown up, and then in about a half hour's time I'll be able to put some imprinting on at least this one and maybe a couple others, and then we will be able to breed them out, get them going on a couple of things, and see how great they turn out for the end game, which is the reason for all of this. And while we're here, let's just check out the eggs. I do realize I should probably put some torches around here. I don't think I'm able to pull from this far, can I? I doubt it, but we'll see. Standing, no, we're too far. So I'm gonna need as many torches I have in there to bring them here. Actually, I'll just bring the ones over here, have them set up so that way they can start cooking, or rather incubating the last percentage or whatever from the egg, and then it'll hatch, get trapped in there, and then I can check their levels. So you don't really got to see all that. It's just a tedious and time-consuming process, so I will come back when, like I said before, these things are fully grown up and ready to take to the world and lay waste to it all in due time. Alright, so everyone should be fully grown in just a moment, and here we begin. Are you gonna do your thing? There we go. So that's all of them. So soon they're all, yep, one after the other. They're just gonna stagger on being fully developed. Alright, let's start collecting them, and then we're gonna move them over to the outdoors. Why am I leaving? I gotta get the breeding started before I forget that again. So we got a bunch of the babies. I went through all the eggs and found the best ones of each. Most of them kept their colors. A couple of them are changing, but nothing crazy. Let's see. So the females we're going to drop out here. Let's just put you right there. That's not right. You know, we'll take care of you in just a moment. I think the 175 has the best stats, right? Yeah, let me just first do this, like I said. So let me get the females. I could always fix it with the saddle. Nothing crazy. That one is almost sitting correctly. And I'm pretty sure the one I have is the 175. Nope. We put out the 100. Or the 170, rather. That is not correct. It's a little tight in here, but don't worry. I'll take care of it in just a moment. Alright, so the 175's got 29, 26, 26, 34, 31, 22, 29, 30. It's just a little better health, but honestly, it's not big a trade-off, so it's not worth it. 28, 30, 26, 34, 29, 30. And then 37, 31, 28, 29, 37, 31, 28, 29. So I think maybe I'll be able to get a better... I don't know, do I go with the 185 and just... Because 29 compared to 34, that's 5 points of melee. That's a pretty big gap for breeding purposes. Because if I go with the melee, then I just subjugate everything else. So I go from a 37 in health to 29 in health. And then 31 stam to 26. That's also a big gap. 26 weight to 20. Weight's not really a big thing. I think I'm going to use the 185 actually. Just for the breeding. Because... Oh, I thought I had him out. Because honestly, the melee, although I'd like to have the 5 points there, it'd be much harder to get all of these stats starting that high. They'd probably end that way, so I'd rather just get that and then focus on melee with the rest. So let's get this situated a little bit better. Alright, so they're all set up and they're breeding already, so let's finally get our... Where is the... What was it, 180? Yeah, let's get you out. And let's get you started on exploring the new world. So again, colors, 10 out of 10. If I could go beyond 10 out of 10, like, I would. I mean, just look at this thing. This thing is absolutely beautiful. So let's get a proper look at this coloring as a full adult. I mean, absolute gem. This thing... I'm definitely making my main. There's no question about it. The odds that this thing will be able to be created to this exact color spread, I don't think it's happening. So this is going to be our main guy, without a doubt. The rest I'm just breeding for the end game, if anything, if I choose to use them, because who knows, maybe these things are pretty lethal in combinations. So upon looking, I see it's a double-seater saddle, so you can take this with a friend and go explore. Let's first do, so we got left click, which is just pretty basic bite. Right click, what are you doing? What are you looking at? No clue what you're doing there. Oh wait, it says something. Now I did imprint all of them, so that is good. Let's just, I guess, throw a level, I guess we'll get up to like 10,000 health. Ooh, that's a big jump in levels. That's good. Alright, so what does this thing say? Climb. Oh, you can climb. I forgot about that. And then C is the invisibility. So just like the Shadow Main, we are invisible to the eye. Plus we could run, so that's also a good thing. We can actually get moving. And that's how to get out of it. You hit it again. X is nothing. And then space... Oh, so I'm not even holding space, I'm just clicking it once. It's a pretty big launch. Now, can we hold? Alright, it doesn't do anything different. Alright, so let's see about the melee. Now, this is default pretty much, except for the 1 health stat I put in, but that's not really anything special. 34 points, so 418, call it 419. Now, this is a turtle, so let's... Wow, 326. And if that's not even the headshot damage, then that's amazing to start things. Maybe I'll go against something different. It's not even hitting me. Wait, well that was a 140, so you know, that was good too. Is there anything, you can't harvest, right? Yeah, I figured that would be a little too insane to do that. Oh, you glide, that's what that... Okay. Oh, something's here. Who just killed you? Alright, so it looks like 326 is going to be the base for damage, which is pretty good. Yeah, buddy. You're a little poorly outmatched here. Hate to break it to you, but damn, this guy... Melee is probably the big thing you want to pump into this, honestly, because this thing does not hit that fast, and it's already burning the stamina really quickly. There we go. Well, that was a 140, so, you know, it did take a while. Alright, so let's see, 326, yep, we're doing that. The reason why with the other Raptors it was a little less is because there was that pack boost, so it reduces the damage with Raptors. You are a pretty quick guy, so like this thing is a good travel mount at the very least. But definitely level up stamina if you're to do that. Let's see, you burnt all your stam. Weight isn't terrible, but just a few things alone kind of just took a toll on you. Let's get you again to 10,000. Stam, maybe. If I could get 3,000, that'd be great. So I guess this is just base speed, and it can't go much faster than that. I do want to get to higher ground. Let me just kill you real quick, even though this is probably going to take a while. Luckily, you're a little dummy, and you ran right into me. Perfect. Ooh, let's try the climbing out. So let's get over here. So yeah, gliding and climbing is gonna be actually cool. Right click, there we go. Now, how vertical can we get is my question. Because there's some obstacles in this map I'd love to get through. And if I can do so with this rock drake, then we're absolutely chilling. This is like a Maywing 2.0 because it could glide, but it could also climb. Let's just see what we got in here real quick before we go exploring. That's literally nothing of good stuff. That's literally terrible. Alright, let's get to climbing. Oh my goodness, even the claws sound metallic. It's insane. You really can scale almost anything. Probably anything you can scale, comes to think of it. Wait, you could go sideways and climb? You can climb literally any direction. That's amazing. Imagine doing this PvP. You could literally just climb over someone's gates and base, and it's like... the walls have been penetrated, man. You're gonna have to fight to survive now. Alright, so this looks like a good point to test the gliding, because it's a nice, clear, and open area. Wow. Alright, so let's do it. Oh. Okay, I messed that one up. I don't think I took full damage, so, you know, that's cool. Alright, so gliding... Yeah, you gotta aim upward and downward to move, just like the Maywing. Otherwise, this is kind of, I guess, basic speed. And does that... I'm assuming that little reticle that pops up, that's because there's, like, a melee damage. Like, if the snow owl was to land, it does damage. Like a landing attack or whatever. So let's find something I can hit and land on and maybe do a little damage. Preferably something bigger than like a Trudon would be nice, but I guess it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Oh, you swim too? Now, are you a fast swimmer or are you just a normal swimmer? Nothing crazy. There is oxygen issue, so there is that to be cautious of. There's a parasaur. I don't know if I'll be able to hit it, but we will try and see if we can. Alright, so let's back it up. I feel like this might be good enough. Alright, I kind of messed it up. Let me try it again. Alright, we probably need a little bit of a wind up prior to, so let's get some space between us. Because we know where... Oh, turtle. I want to go for the parasaurs. Oh, we got Diplo. That's like the best case scenario. Let's get up there and then drop down. Unless the reticle just means that you latch on. That actually might be what that means, come to think of it. You are right there. Let's see. Alright, so am I doing this right? Or is this just to latch on? Let's get a quick base damage again. 326. Yep. So let's do this. Can you... Why aren't you climbing, sir? Okay, that was a little buggy, but we got up there. Where is this guy? Right down there. So let's... Alright. Not easy angle to get, but we will try this one last time. Otherwise, we're just gonna say that you can latch onto things, and that's what that's for. Alright, let's come right over here. This should be a good spot to do this. Oh, excuse me. Let me just get rid of you. Yeah, this thing is slow when attacking, but it does a fair amount of damage, so it kind of compensates. Not crazy, but, you know, enough to make things fair and balanced at the very least. Where did Diplo go? Oh, you're in the water? Awesome. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, let's try... I honestly don't think that does any damage. I could just be missing, but I'm starting to think it's just to latch onto objects and surfaces. That probably is what's going on. Let me just see. Will you attack if I'm invisible? No, you won't. Wait, I could attack and be invisible at the same time? Dude. This has gotta be cheating at this point. Let me try and find something, because I do want to test that out. Because that is like the ultimate way to kill anything. Let me try hitting you. Alright, that didn't work. Alright, is anyone going to attack me? I think so. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't work like I thought it would. It would be cool, but that would be way too overpowered to do that ability and not be attacked at the same time while attacking. So that is pretty neat. Let's get up to... Okay, maybe 2,000 is stam. That's probably a good number. And we'll just leave it at that. Let's go drop all this, because I don't need that. We will take the arms, though, and the vertebrae. Not enough stamina to use what? To use camo, I think he said. Honestly, this is pretty useful to get out of sticky situations, because, like, you don't necessarily need to have the angle to fly. You just gotta have a surface you can climb, and obviously most things cannot climb, so you're essentially not being followed unless it's a flying creature. Then you're kind of like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and you hope that you can get away. But honestly, this thing is sick. Like, you can't tell me I'm wrong. Having this just makes the game so much more fun. At least for me. I would like to say so. These things have a poor radius for turning. Not as bad as the Wyvern, but not as good as an RG or even maybe a Maywing. Not sure about that one, though. It didn't even hit? I'm pretty sure I hit you. Alright, you're coming out into the open, so let me try this once more. Alright, let's try it again one last time. Alright, it does some damage, just not a lot. It is an attack move. Just not good at damage. Did 240. I'm normally doing 326, so it is what it is at this point. And let's chuck the prime, because I do not require it at this time. Did not mean to rhyme. Okay, I'm just on a tear with my words. Prime, time, rhyme. Just killing it without even trying. Let's get this up a little more. Honestly, it's not even going up. I just realized I've been kind of wasting stamina. It doesn't even go up that much. The thing I want to do is in the melee. So let me kill something and see how much we do. Or how much it gets raised by, rather. Let's see. Actually, do we do more damage with claws out? Or whatever it's called? No, we don't. Alright, let's just level up by killing this guy. Honestly, okay. We'll go after the moss chops, I guess. Melee. Went up about 20-ish%. So from 326 to 339. Okay. Not great for melee either. Duly noted. It's good for health. Raising that up. So you could have like tanks, I guess. But in terms of stamina, it's really not that good. Weight, I mean, I wouldn't be using this as a weight thing normally. Melee, it's alright. It's nothing crazy, but it is something. Wait a second. There's no shot I could get up my pillars, right? Man, that would have been awesome. Let me just climb on. Wait a second. Could I climb off my Bronto? It would be so stupid, but I feel like that would be a thing that would just make this thing even funnier. Gamma down. No, it's not a thing. I guess that makes sense. I guess we can just latch onto something and kind of just go from there. Except I am not hitting it, so we'll just try that again momentarily. There we go. We are on our breeding pen now. No, this won't break anything anyway. Let's go inside and see what the other rock drakes are doing. Maybe they're getting better stats, hopefully. But then again, it will just be an egg, I think. So I'm going to have to let them incubate, and then I got to hatch them myself. Let me just... What do we got here? Alright, that's just going to be that for a little bit. No big deal. Don't mind all the dead bodies either of the tech parasaurs. We're just going to have to let that be and accept it for right now. Alright, so let's see. Did I get the stats, or rather, did I get the breeding levels that I wanted out of the females? Because if not, then this has kind of been a waste of time, but maybe in the off chance it actually works. Alright, they're all hatched up. Let's see what we got. I think that last one was a set of twins, so could be good for us. Let's see, though, the stats. For the... What the hell was that? Oh, those are the Rexes. Forgot about them in there. My bad. So we got 14, 14, 11, 25. 14, 14, 11, 25. Most likely we'll get something better, but we'll see. 14, 14, 11, 29. So we got melee on that. 14, 31 stam, 11, 20. So it is working. It's just, it's a little, probably going to take a couple levels down. 30, actually, that's pretty good. And there's our female, 185. We got 37, 31, 20, 29. That's probably the best we'll get, so not complaining about that whatsoever. And these stats got nerfed as I suspected, so let's get rid of these females now. I'm definitely going to keep all these rock drakes because they do look really cool, and I have the space for it. But also, we'll probably use them in the grand fight at the end, so wouldn't hurt to have as many dinos as we can have at once. Where are you? Got to grow up a bit. Let's see. By chance, you have some decent coloring, because that would be pretty cool. Alright, you look just like your mother, so there's nothing special going on there, which is fine. I could live with that. Let's grab some raw meat, though, in the meantime. We'll take it off of them because they are already eating off the troughs. There we go. Let me, in the meantime, just drop all these off in here. Well, these babies are going to go because they are essentially terrible in terms of, I mean, oxygen stat. Wow, really something special. It's got the green. I want to see what the green looks like because I might want to mutate these. Again, I'll do that off camera so you guys don't have to deal with it. But the coloring seems to be limited. Let me drop this baby in there because you're not anything special. This I'm not going to keep. I just want to see what green looks like. Okay, that's the feathering. So the green would be kind of nice to have in that region. Nothing terrible, but again, not for this guy right here. You're going to have to go right there. I guess we will just... Well, let's drop the rest of these. And that's our guy right here. Ooh, we are really moving now. We are moving, grooving, and zooming. I'm just so infatuated with the... It's kind of like no, it's not fluorescent. I mean, depending on the angle, you could kind of get... Honestly, it's a little fluorescent with the colors on the feathers. Like, there's that little bit of pink that shows every so often, depending on the angle, the light you catch it. But, like, actually, this thing is amazing. Without a doubt. I mean, tell me if you got something better than this, because I am obsessed and infatuated with the coloring on this. I said it probably like 5 times by now, but I'm just that obsessed. Like, come on. Like a ghost, you can't see me, and I'm back in just as fast. But that's going to do it for today's episode. If you did enjoy, hit the like button, subscribe as well if you come back here regularly, and also hit the notification icon so you never miss when I upload next. But also, please subscribe, because not only are you going to be able to help me grow this channel to where I know it can be, but you're also going to be able to help me grow so I can make more videos, more engaging content, and anything else you guys want to see in the path forward. But with that being said, hope you have a great rest of your day, and take care.